Okay, Rosecraft blade number 3, modern flippers. I've drifted into a deep depression. I'm saddened. It's kind of a sad day for me, it really is. Rosecraft blades, a blade company that I've been very, very, very excited about, has failed me on 2 of the 3 modern flippers that I purchased from them just this week. I'm on the 3rd one now, and this is the Mohawk. Now, I will say, for the price point and the money, the skink wasn't bad. I would check that knife out. Just note that the pocket clip's super tight. The button lock on it is very, very wonky. Sticks. It's not that important on that one because that's an assisted knife, assisted opening. So the button lock isn't going to fly shut, push a button and it just drops shut, which is what should have happened on the Castoria, this one. Now that Castoria, bad fit and finish, cool design, cool blade, cool size, big in the hand, wonky button lock, bad fit and finish. The shield on it was just, it was dented in physically with the eye. You shouldn't even be able to see those imperfections with the eye, and only maybe feel imperfections with your fingers. A little proud edge, proud corner, proud nut, proud screw head, whatever it may be. Just really dissatisfied. So now I'm moving on to the Mohawk. Now we're going to see what this knife does. And I'm hoping it'll salvage the sadness. Not salvage the sadness, but salvage the joy I used to have for Rosecraft blades until I bought these 3 knives. I'm devastated. I really am. Blown away. Okay, I didn't realize this knife was going to be micarta. Helps if you read the instructions when you purchase a knife. Always helps. This is a big knife. Okay? And this is a budget knife. And right now, I'm getting a very Gerber Kershaw feel. And I don't know why I just said that, to be honest, because this micarta is great. It looks really good. The micarta looks great. I don't like the Rosecraft. That looks like a Kershaw pocket clip, but says Rosecraft. I don't like that. Now, fortunately, this does have the pivot with the Torx head on both sides. Now, an encapsulated pivot, I think is what it's called when it's locked on one side and then it has the Torx on the other. That's great when it works. The Castoria, just kept rotating. Didn't loosen or tighten. So at least here you can take 2 and you can tighten one side. It's got the flipper, it's got thumb studs, and yeah, you can see the harpoon blade that's going to fly out of this bad boy. Now it's reversible pocket clip from left to right carry. It's tip up, and it has a little plate hole. I wish they would have put a plate in there, but this is a budget knife. So I'm not going to expect certain fit and finishes that you would expect from a premium or a higher dollar knife. Now, if this knife was maybe $10 more, yeah, put that little 2-cent plate in there, please. Because don't tell me that costs that much money. Just a little piece of stainless steel or whatever the hell, aluminum, I don't care. Something non-corrosive would be great. A little piece of aluminum plate that goes in there with 2 extra screws. I mean, how much is that going to really cost? You know it's under 50 cents. Then raise the price of your knife by $3 because you're showing a little bit higher end fit and finish. But now you just got this gap in the end of your knife. This little indentation that just makes you think, what's that for if you didn't know it was for your pocket clip to flip over? Everybody should know that, but not everybody does. It's got a lanyard hole. That's cool. This isn't really a lanyard knife to me. This is big enough to where it's going to be a pocket carry. I'm going to use the clip. Let's see how the clip works. Tight, really tight. That pocket clip is ridiculous. I've never been more disturbed. 3 knives in a row. I mean, that's just a pocket clip, so I'm going to stop before I keep getting more upset. Okay, it opens. Simple, easy flip, and it opens. And it's got like a black stonewash on the blade. The blade's cool. I like that. Now, when you like to do your little pinch grip or you want to put your finger all the way up here and you want to get a good guided cut, this is going to be your blade. It really is. Otherwise, without that harpoon, this would be a drop point blade, I guess. Very pronounced choil right there, almost a finger choil. You could use that as a finger choil. No jimping here though, so I don't recommend it. If you have jimping here, that's going to help you stationary that finger to keep your finger from going up over, at least because you got your thumb digging in, but your thumb slips, your finger slips, now you're cutting your hand. So don't use that way. You got plenty of grip here anyways, but now you just got that choil in there to grab on whatever you might be cutting and stop your cut. You know I'm not a huge fan of choils. I'm just not. A good finger choil is cool. I like that. A real pronounced
River
with a finger choil. Let's check it out.
I've got a Clinch River with a finger choil. Let's check it out.
I got to bring this back because this is my only hope for right now for Rosecraft blades. Look at that. Now that's a finger choil. Still no jimping. I guess they don't really love jimping at Rosecraft, but hey, you don't need it. I wouldn't want it on this knife because this knife's fit and finish is beautiful. Jimping on there would just kind of ruin the lines on it. And look at that finger choil. Now that's a finger choil. That is for getting up in it. Now this is just a really big pronounced sharpening choil. It's still sketchy on the plunge grind. And look, a China sticker down here. I bet you that's great for the action too. Jeez. My frustrations have crescendoed. Yeah. You know, Rosecraft, when you got me using the word crescendo and it's not based around crescendo of joy, you've done something wrong. Let's check the action. Please be good. Please. I mean, I've never. Okay, so there's a little indent right, not a little indent. Good shut there. Okay, so I also have another problem, maybe with, I've got big hands, so I shouldn't have this problem. But the radius and the diameter of the pivot and the thumb stud, the actual geometry or the physics or whatever it would be, the torqueonomics of a thumb stud based on the relationship and the distance from the pivot and the length of the blade and all that is important. So you've got to hold the liner lock in until this flipper at least touches your thumb. Then you know you've gone past that detent ball that's in there that's going to do this. Hold that up right there. You know what I mean? See that? So you got to hold on it a little bit longer. Let it drop down on your thumb. Now, one shake. Very hydraulic. Love the fit and finish on the micarta. Really love the micarta. This is a nice knife. Now, this is a very nice knife. I for the money, this is a definite get you some. It really is. Message. Rosecraft. I like this knife. So I'm not that bummed out anymore. Pocket clip, terrible. I'll be swapping that out with something. It's gone. It is awful. It's so tight. So freaking ridiculous. It's like, how's anybody at Rosecraft even doing a quality check on these knives? Especially if this is the way they all are and it made it out of design this way. This is the worst pocket clip I have literally can't even wedge that open. It's embarrassing. It's just sad that that a pocket clip is destroying a great knife. A great knife. A really good budget knife. It really is. That pocket clip is just, I'm angry. And I would not even think about that pocket clip if the other two knives before it were a little bit better. But getting past this top detent right there is the trick. You know what I mean? Just making sure you let it drop enough. Quick review. Let's do a quick review. The Rosecraft blades, Mohawk. I like. Micarta, D2 steel, black stonewash, harpoon blade, barrel spacers, awful clip. The clip's terrible. Plan on getting another clip. I think that's not a big deal. You're going to have to find the two screw side-by-side pattern clip to replace this clip. Or get rid of it and lanyard carry. I may do that. I don't know. But liner lock, decent access to the liner lock. Just got to drop past that top detent and you're good to go. Good Very good action. I really like this knife. Rosecraft, get rid of that clip. Figure it out. Fire the guy who said, let's put that clip on this knife. Ruined that. So mad. Okay. The first one that I reviewed was the Castoria. Now this knife, I mean, let's put it next to a knife so you can see the size. First off, let's watch it dwarf the mini nightshade, Vosteed mini nightshade. Look at that. Now I'll put it next to a penguin. Regular penguin, standard penguin. This knife's huge. This is like a, I don't know, it's big. The biggest flipping pocket knife I own is this Petrified Fish Loco. This is about a ½ inch taller. But man alive. Big knife. Now, big problems with this knife. This button lock, wonky. Look. Can't even, I'm pressing this button lock and it's got delayed. It's sticky and it's not the only one. I got another knife over here with the button lock and it's doing the same thing. Fit and finish, awful. The shield is dented in. Your finger catches that G10. It's like sharp right there. No plate there. Now these are budget flippers. I get it. So there's going to be some corners cut. That button lock just came out as I was flipping it up after I had opened it previously or closed it. I just can't get over that, having to do that. Can't get over a China sticker on the blade. I mean, where did I buy this? Amico? So there's that. Don't love it. Finally, the knife that could have been a CRKT CEO killer, could have been, is this skink. Ugly pocket clip. Very tough pocket clip. Don't like it at all. It's ugly. Love these little caps, these billet caps at the bottom. Love them. Something about them they just make me want to, do that. Assisted opening on this little CEO blade. Fire's open. Wonky little button lock again. There's something going on with their engineering on this button lock. Right now, it's stuck in there. It sticks in there. I don't get it. I don't know why they would do that. A lot of billboarding going on the clips, on the blades. I've never really been a huge anti-billboarding guy, but there's too much going on with this. It's feeling very Boker plus Magnum, if you ask me. Just fire's open. There you have it. I'm just not impressed at all with Rosecraft blades on their modern flippers. And I think I got a decent taste. I got 3 of them here. I probably don't have their 3 best because I bought like the affordable ones. I bought the ones that were actually more interesting to me though. There are the 2 that I think are kind of cool. And they were designed by Schwags, who also designed the Kaiser chili pepper. But I don't like Monsters Inc. cartoon themed knives. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy.